Hola, muy buena gente, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están acá ElDejota? Y en el día de hoy continuamos, seguimos, avanzamos y retomamos básicamente con lo que es esta misión de Trazacaminos de esta 3.1. Bueno, básicamente estamos haciendo el amanecer de la puerta y el ocaso del trono. Y bueno, antes que nada, antes de ver este video, si no han visto el anterior, spoilers avisados están. Así que bueno, para aquel que no haya visto el anterior, básicamente esto es una continuación. Ya saben que bueno, en general no me está yendo bien las cosas, no sé si la compu, no sé si por medición, y bueno, por las dudas lo hacemos así. Así que nada, vamos a continuar. No sé si esto, yo dije que no, para mí falta para que termine. Sería muy gracioso que termine esto ahora, pero bueno, estamos en la perspectiva de Tribbie, así que ahora mismo no sé qué onda, vamos a ver qué tal. Vale. Ok. Esto tendrá algo que ver con los pibitos del comienzo, no sé. A ver. Bueno, ahí viene esta muchacha acá. Ok. Bueno, esta muchacha ya la hemos visto también recientemente. Bueno, me da la sensación de que es muy bajita, pero bueno. Nada. Huh.
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam? Where is the
Okay.
manager of the baths?
He disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to. Some people have been saying that the Kremnos are behind this.
Bueno, porque era como un plan tranque, viste, que estas habían dicho bueno, no sé qué.
Let these people
Y
rest.
bueno.
The two of you, please come with me.
Have you thought of
Okay.
something, Aggie?
Yes. While their intentions elude me, it's time to bring this farce to a close.
Bueno. A ver qué onda. Esto es para... Ya, bueno, acá no podemos ver nada más, ¿no? O sea, podemos... No. Bueno, nos vamos. A ver, acá la vueltita es... Mira, y acá está el Midei. Y Trinnon. A todo esto.
Snowy! Even Snowy!
The culprit is Maiden.
¿Qué pasa?
It's just another duel where I claimed victory.
¿Cómo?
Duel?
O sea, ¿qué?
As I expected. On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City, but they're still impulsive youths at heart. Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finn indulged in this time.
¿Qué cuenta? Hace poco tiempo, bueno, estamos en el flashback del flashback, literalmente. A ver. ¿Cómo va tu recuperación, amigo? A ver si le decimos así de lana.
No, none of those sound right. Forget it.
Veo que sí es con vida, Salvador.
Am I seeing things? Is the magnificent deliverer finally deigning to step outside? What kind of response is that?
Ahora estamos un poco como en la perspectiva en medio, ¿no?
I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long since I pulled you out of the trial.
I didn't forget.
Then, you're welcome.
Ajá.
In twilight's last gleam, Makima stands bold. Her walls sturdy, tales untold. Dreaming of her fruitful gardens, pilgrims arrive from distant lands. Figs and olives, so grand.
Ok.
Yet little do they know that they will step into flames, fuel to the fire, a burning brand.
What are you playing at this time?
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the Crown Prince of Kremnos knows how to appreciate poetry, right?
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak literature. But my library doesn't
Gran
lack
biblioteca de
collections of
galvaníforo. Galvaníforo, perdón.
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home, just as Akamai is distant from many people's homes.
I know how to interpret poetry, Haikis.
There's no point in pretending to be profound, my friend. Thank you for helping me out when I was in a tight spot, but it seems to me that you aren't prepared for the trial either.
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't ascend to godhood on my own without first resolving their issues.
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Maidemos, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos, wish to defy tradition that has endured among your people for millennia?
I'm still thinking about what I should do.
Never mind. It's probably not my place to offer you counsel. An idea does strike me, though.
A ver.
Go ahead.
A ver
Let's see
en
what
qué
terrible
tonterías
ideas
se involucraron de todo esto.
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. Come, Maidemos, let's recommence our previous competition. This time, we'll see who can stay in the super hot bath for long.
Ok. Veo qué pasa, me imagino.
Chickening out.
Me
The
imagino.
phrase chickening out does not exist in the Kremnoan language. I just find the situation absurd, that's all. All-knowing historian, are you not aware that we Kremnoans use boiling water from sword forging for our baths? Looks like I'll have to teach you some royal etiquette today.
A ver. Y bueno, y por eso básicamente.
And thus, an unprecedented sauna battle commences! With unparalleled resolve,
Ok.
the two warriors' determination even alters the very hue of the steam. Flames intertwine with scalding vapor, reaching toward the heavens.
O más X de esta parte, no más tranqui, más A.
The spectacle is so magnificent.
Por ahora, al otro.
none dare gaze upon
Nada que ver, de
it.
hecho, sinceramente. Pero bueno.
Since we can't see what's happening in the competition, why don't I regale you with a tale of kings to pass the time?
A ver.
Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion mentioned by a certain veteran? The central figure, the main character, was not the sole sovereign of that land. Long before the dawn of Era Chrysia, the two beasts started their timeless battle on the plains of Tritos. The lion regarded the oryx as its food, while the oryx perceived the lion as a scornful, oppressive, and challenging barrier that it swore to topple with its antlers. For tens of thousands of years, without respite, the two creatures thus continued their relentless pursuit and rivalry. It fixated on its rival's fleeing form in the chase. It set its sights on the other's neck, nearly within reach. It was stuck. It had nowhere to escape on the land of
Bueno, ya medio como.
lives.
Ya está. No estamos imaginando como que está pasando, ¿no? Pero qué sé yo. Es medio raro como los sonidos tipo sin contexto.
Are fated to
Ah, bueno,
perish
que
under
teníamos
the
el contexto, ¿no? Pero
blistering
ya.
sun at noon. And at last, the most scorching moment of the day descended upon them.
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
What? You're chickening out already?
Get lost.
Are you asking me to get lost, or...
Do whatever you want.
Oh, please, forgive my presumptuousness, my lords.
Ok,
What a spectacle of
básicamente.
This is what you get for daring to challenge a Kremnoan without understanding your own place.
What I'm saying is, Your little game dragged down quite a few innocent souls
Así es.
alongside you.
We will personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our formidable presence.
This isn't fair.
Como que ves, te tirado.
You're wearing way less than I am.
También es verdad. Es una realidad eso.
Is this the latest trend now? Getting into the bath.
También te digo, es una verdad lo que dijo. O sea,
Don't look at me like that.
no sé.
It was he who challenged me. There is no word for flee in the Kremnoan language.
Very well. Let us bring this farce to a close, shall we? Warriors, it's time to get moving.
Vale. Ok. O sea, no pasó nada en general. No pasó a mayores lo ocurrido en general. Bueno. Bueno, ganó Fine. Bueno, compiten por todo esto, la puta madre.
Alas, the flame chase journey is destined to be a
Compiten
lengthy
por
one,
cualquier tontería.
replete with obstacles.
Bueno.
But thanks to those two, all the gloom has vanished into thin air. Oh, we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Marmorial Palace this serene. Shall we continue with our previous plans?
Such an empty bath is indeed a rare sight. I was looking forward to unwinding after work. I'd be delighted to accept your invitation, Lady Tribbie.
How about we go to the biggest bath?
Ok. Y eso por ahí. Date un baño. Bueno. Pues vale. Acá.
Let me check. The water temperature feels just perfect.
So, how is the feeling of having the entire bath to yourselves?
Ah, mira, de la nada.
But Lady Tribbie, aren't you going
De la
to sit
absoluta
and
nada.
walk with us?
We won't have to pass. After all, we've become children.
Please understand that she can no longer endure
He
the
dicho
heat
que
of
no.
this pool due to the blessings of Yanis.
Eso.
Oh,
Claro. Se contradicen en sí con lo que había hecho la otra vez, no sé.
I am, but something tells me that it might be better to change the topic.
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we
Bueno,
can't
falta que pongan
discuss.
una escena similar en el Zenless, básicamente, después de
Whoa,
pasado lo del Genshin, ¿no? O sea,
you
medio
were a
como
mature
que...
adult just like I
Digo, como que falta. Ahora en la siguiente versión, o no, cuando en el Zenless haya una actualización y haya un... También unos baños termales y bueno, vamos a ver una escena similar. No, pero no sé si será casualidad o qué, pero bueno, qué sé yo.
the splitting of our soul.
Pero más que nada por la escena esta que tuvimos en el Genshin, ¿vieron?
Intensifies the strain on Tribbie and the others.
Como que están siguiendo
We
los
are
pasos
gradually
ahí.
regressing towards infancy,
La
both in
otra,
body and
no
mind.
sé. Ok.
We don't know what awaits us at the end either, but anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
In that case, when you opened that giant sentry gate above Akama during the battle against Nikador,
Well, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase journey won't be a smooth ride.
maybe we can find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Noosporists is the soul. We explore its depletion and methods to restore dispersed souls. As long as research continues, there might be a breakthrough that can help. We will do everything we can.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. You're indeed an Anaxa student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacin.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Lady Tribbie, what's wrong?
Something's off. It's that strong feeling again. Is it Trian? Wait, no. It's not Trian this time.
What?
It's Trinnon. Trinnon is a danger.
¿Y ahora qué? Mientras tanto. ¿Y qué está haciendo Trinnon?
I win this round of escorting the bathers home.
How does one contender alone make a valid competition?
Offering a compliment or two wouldn't be the end of you, you know.
Haikas.
What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena. By the way, you emphasize the completely wrong syllable.
Though we've been acquainted for some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremnos.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine, but when it comes to writing...
You can write?
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
That was a jest. I understand. After all, you spent all your childhood wandering far from home.
Me risa esa línea que acaba de citar.
You also never mention your hometown, apart from when you need to introduce yourself.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Ides Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flames of war. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams, and in the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes, I saw it all. Ides Elysiae ablaze with everyone. My family, friends, and my kin, lying in a sea of flames. A blood-red half-sun hung in the sky, just like on that day. And before my eyes, that murderer killed Cyrene. But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried an ominous aura. I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this time, I still couldn't defeat it.
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that trial.
That's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Maidemos.
You finally picked up some manners. Better late than never.
Then what about you, Midei? What did you see in that trial? What do you fear?
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at all.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as... my old comrades, Ascension, Perdiccas, Ionius, Ptolemy, and Possesta. We faced life and death together during our days in exile. Those 10 years were arduous, yet filled with moments worth treasuring. The wind in the wilds of Amphorius smelled like rust. Ascension would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink. He had a scrawny figure, but was a relentless force on the battlefield. Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Ionius was a swift runner, and our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library. And then there was Possesta. He was the silent type, but a truly masterful musician.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these 5.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma. Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Laidon in the second month of cultivation. In the end, his remedies mended all but himself.
Maidemos, do not mourn. I have achieved honor by bestowing a noble death upon the enemy.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months.
Idonia. Is that the city Castorice used to live in?
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death. They cornered us in a bottomless swamp. Leonius covered for our retreat. They cut his legs off.
This is perfect. Maidemos, I can finally deliver the news of you ascending the throne.
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, the rebels refused to surrender and set up an ambush within the city. Ptolemy and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Those obelisks that collapsed after being set on fire became their final resting place.
Maidemos, please tell my family. It was not cunning schemes that vanquished Ptolemy.
Then, it was Pacesta. You lured the enemies into the city of Aenionis with his melodies, buying us invaluable time. Our enemies, consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire.
Maidemos, don the crown.
And at last, my most trusted friend, Ascension. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But a sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father. He hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnon dying on a sickbed. I would be a laughingstock to everyone.
Ascension, my dear friend. Spare your strength. I'll go get a physician.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here, he couldn't stop destiny from taking me away.
No! None can take you away.
Maidemos, our king, do not shed tears for me. It's not befitting of your status. Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
What a grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
My father threw me into the sea of souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on his head. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there. Against the dissent of many, Kratoros included, I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akama. But I know that their glory will never be doused out. The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nikodor, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So, you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
I don't know, but I have never been crowned. And those 5 were never endowed with any titles. None is aware of their glory.
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe you could seek counsel from more peoples, such as the Grand Craftsman. Cartonis' peoples seem to have been through comparable dilemmas. And that teacher of yours, Kratoros?
Dee, we've got a big problem! Big problem!
Lady Tribbie, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trinnon! She got abducted by Kratoros!
What?
Kratoros, what's going on?
Mightimos. It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerabilities first.
Aglaea, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted Trinnon by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis. He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
Bien.
She telling the truth? Why did you do that?
Y también te digo, o sea,
Because I
dejaron todo así nomás, medio como que,
your hesitation made
qué sé
me
yo.
desperate.
No quiero justificarlo, pero el tipo vio como la oportunidad y trató de aprovecharla. Qué sé yo.
Keep running.
Ya medio como que es como momento de que, che, quien sea, hágalo. Digo, ¿no? Igual no sé cuánto habrá pasado. ¿Cuánto habrá pasado? 4 días al menos, me parece, como mínimo, ¿eh? O sea...
Kratoros, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy? Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaea? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac. The prophecy of Genesis and the flame chase journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
Silence, Kratoros. Do you even know what you're saying?
Are you defending this woman, Mightimos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? How many cities fell in the past millennium, their people massacring each other? Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
Are you done talking? By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. Kratoros, your actions are unforgivable. I hereby sentence you.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal! Someone has to resolve this conflict between the cities. Lord Kratoros did not use violence to harm us. We can sense that his anxiety stems from his concern for his people's future. Please, Aglaea, hear us out first.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Kratoros. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy that we neglected those of you not favored by its message. We wish to earn your trust, and those of the Kremnoans. I think the best way to do that is to take you to witness the source of the prophecy for yourself.
How are you going to show me something that
You've heard about that Outlander, right? He has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past. We will ask for his aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanisopolis, we will show you everything from that distant memory, Kratoros.
A fair proposal. I accept.
Okay.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom. That is my one condition, and I will brook no argument.
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's prisoner. Do as you please, demigod.
Teacher, why did you do this?
Forgive me, young master. But I just cannot wait any longer. Ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos. We placed all of our hopes in you,
Mira.
but never received an answer.
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people. Wise as you are, I refuse to believe that you can't see the truth.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. A smart person can only choose to tangle himself with the mundane of this world. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos. Just as you did back then.
Bueno, ahora me imagino que volveremos, no sé si es nuestra perspectiva o qué, pero quizás a la espera de mañana, que bueno, vamos a ver. Quizás este sea el mañana, no sé.
A fierce fighter.
Oh, mira.
I did not expect such heroism from a feeble Akeman. Fulfill your duty as the victor, warrior, and tell me your name. I seek an honorable death from you.
As if you have any honor! Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Mighty Mos. I'm here to finish you, father.
It is you, the beast spurned by all. So you did defy death. The prophecy was true. You will bring an end to my Kremnoan dynasty.
Defy? You're wrong. Death fears me. It's the reason I have this body of steel. As for you, you already stand at death's door, father. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a titan. And the one who desecrated the body of a god. Haikus! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you. And now, fate's reckoning is upon you.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown, coronate yourself with an old king's blood, and inherit it all. Become the new rightful king of Kremnos.
No. I don't want the crown. Listen. If there's only one end for the kings of Kremnos, then the crown means nothing to me. All I want is your life. To avenge Mother and my comrades.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you truly think you can escape fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we're both the same. We feast on strife and fear. Now, kill me! The son of Gorgo is destined to be crowned in blood!
Kratoros. He said the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Might as well go see him.
Bueno.
Grand Craftsman, how have you been?
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come, I knew.
You knew I was coming?
Your matters, I've heard. The path forward you seek. Many questions you have. But before that, take this.
What's this?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos.
Mira.
Belonged to your mother. Recast and restore it. I did.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
A long time to fish out it took. Very fortunate we were.
I can hardly imagine how much patience and courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring in the Sea of Souls. I owe you one.
Gratitude there is no need for. Repayment for saving me, this is. Questions you bring with you? Ask, now.
Ahora ya como habla. Fue como.
Fate I've always denied.
Como mal.
Finally caught
No
up to
sé.
me. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority.
O sea, tipo, se lo entiende.
Make everyone happy.
O sea, si tuviera el juego en japonés no entendería nada, por ejemplo.
Council of Elders.
Pero tipo como que se lo entiende, porque bueno, habla en inglés, ¿viste? No sé cuándo.
Even the bards who
Él
were
habla como mal,
song.
como desordenado, no sé cómo decirlo.
Yet hesitate
Como que les
still
diga
you
yo
do.
hablarlo, opinarlo
Hesitate, why do you?
y jugar el
young
juego.
king?
No sé.
Because of my people. Be they men, women, the elderly or children. The hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for home. They've all been waiting for this day. For the day their king returns. Children of Strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions and song.
This is not a good thing, you believe.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous, and decline. How much innocent blood flowed into the River of Souls in all those years? How many needless sacrifices could we have avoided? I accept that fate and become the totem of strife that lead my people into repeating the same mistakes.
A different kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
Y vuelvo a la perspectiva de Tribbie. O sea, como que habíamos cambiado de perspectiva, pero ahora sí volvemos a la perspectiva, no sé, raro. O sea, era notorio que estamos en la perspectiva de Coso, ¿no? Pero, qué sé yo. Bueno, pues nada. Yo llamo como casi 4 horas, si mal no me acuerdo de en general.
Mama, I had a dream last night.
Oh. Now
Mira.
what did you dream about, my darling Tribbios?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails. Then we floated on the ocean and let the wind blow us in any direction it wanted.
Well, that sounds like a lovely dream.
Yeah! The ocean and the sky were really, really dark. But there were so many of me that I wasn't scared at all because we'd all sing together. The ocean wind blew us onto an island where the wind tasted like flowers. There were bleating sheep and chirping birds inviting us to be their guests. There were so many animals on the island, but none of them ever fought.
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages. Perhaps what you saw in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphorius.
You think so?
What's wrong, Tribbios? You look unhappy.
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean. And it was very, very tall. The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain, but a very, very tall wave made of water. When the wave smashed against the island, it looked like it was going to eat the island up. The small animals tried to chase it away, but they couldn't stop it. Then there was a bang and I woke up.
A dark wave.
Mama, does something that scary exist in real life?
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in Amphorius, but it's very far away from our temple. We call it the Black Tide.
Marea oscura,
It
mira.
has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can swallow up animals, humans, and even titans, turning them all into monsters.
Oh, the Black Tide is a baddie. I don't want everyone to turn into its food. Can't we chase it away?
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well and listen to what the adults tell you. Study all the knowledge and etiquette you need, then grow up and become a proper holy maiden. The divine Yanis will then give you guidance and help you light the way for the people.
Wow, I'm gonna eat a lot and study a lot and become a holy maiden. But Mama, you said the Black Tide can swallow up titans too. What do we do if even Yanis is eaten?
If that happens, then the Holy Maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path. After all, we are the human avatars of the God of Passages, yeah?
Yeah.
But one person alone is not enough. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends. You must do your best to unite them, because that's also our duty as priests.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama with pretty red hair?
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart and kind as you.
Mama?
Mira.
Am I dreaming?
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming.
What?
I've always been by your side.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too.
A tus muñecas.
Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Tribbios is the smartest girl. I'm sure you remember where everyone is hiding.
The voice sounds so far away. I don't remember. Who am I looking for?
Your friends, who will chase the Black Tide away alongside you, of course.
Is this from my childhood? I don't remember.
Que tengo a
Use the
Tribbie.
spindle to connect everyone.
There will be an amazing captain on that big ship. She's cheerful, optimistic, bold, and cautious. She'll be able to get everyone together.
Wow, that's amazing! Can I be the captain?
Of course you can. But you'll find someone else who's better for the job, my dear. I think that person lives in a beautiful temple that sits atop a hillside, covered in golden fig trees.
Ok.
There's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also very delicate.
Vale.
Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain, the ship also needs someone who can navigate it. Who...
Let me think. I know! She's Tribbie! I named this doll after myself? I don't remember it all. Is this a dream or something that happened in the past?
Okay. ¿Lo que es?
Am I... I used to sit here and listen to Mama tell stories. Oh, how I wish to see you again.
Bueno.
It's packed full. Mama must have left all of these for me. All the words are blurred out. Bad chest! You can't lock me away! Huh? Why is this doll inside a chest? It's holding a sword. Why?
Many years later, many brave warriors will board this ship. They're skilled combatants who fear no danger.
Ooh, I can learn how to fight too and protect everybody!
Silly girl. You're Yanisopoulos' holy maiden. It's not your duty to fight.
All right. Then where will they come from?
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city. Though each has their own troubles, both are ready to lend their strength for the ship's long voyage.
In that case, let Trian fight by their side. This way, they'll always stay on course. How could I have known the name Trian back then? Was it just a coincidence? Or...
Es como el lore de por qué se llama como cada uno así, ¿no? No sé. Con esto de las muñecas. Como la historia detrás de esos nombres. ¿Hay algo? No. Gracias porque es raro. Como el control del personaje, porque es como es el personaje más bajito de todo el juego, básicamente, ¿no?
When navigating at sea, you need to know both astronomy and
Y esta es
geography.
Trinnon.
Isn't Yanis's knowledge enough?
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land. It's easy to get lost. That's why it's important to learn to recognize the miracle of Aquila.
Alright. Even though my brain is already super duper smart, I'll still try my very best.
Circe also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar as everyone's teacher to help you reach your dreams.
I want to be a teacher too. Oh, wait. I'm super duper smart. So I want to be the teacher's teacher.
O sea, sí, básicamente
Why
tiene que
not?
ser maestra.
But
Igual.
if you're going to be a teacher, you
O sea,
might need to
hablando
tone
desde
down
un
that
punto
hyper-energy of yours.
lógico, si vos querés ser maestra de un maestro, la primera tenés que ser maestra. Por lo tanto, sí vas a ser maestra.
Trinnon can do
Y
it.
que ese,
She's well behaved and would make
bueno,
a
que esa
great
persona de la
teacher.
cual sos maestra después sea maestra futuro, a un maestro o maestra futuro,
Mama
que
and
serías
the others
maestra
always
del
said
maestro.
that I had a great memory.
Así que, sí, no sé. ¿Qué sé yo?
But now, I can't even tell if this is a memory or a dream.
Come,
Vale.
let's line them up.
Hay que volver ahora acá. ¿Acá hay algo? Ya les digo, me parece como raro el... Aún falta hacer algo. Vamos a ver. A ver. Me parece raro porque sí es como muy bajito y es como la visión es como rara, no sé. Acá.
Now, Tribbios, set them on this music box and let them compose a melody for our song.
Music box? What's that?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You invented it.
I invented it?
What does it do?
Oh, my lovely Tribbie. You're usually so
Salía.
bright. What's gotten into you today? Well, you might as well
Como
see
creo que
for
sí, ya
yourself.
llegamos más o menos a las 4 horas,
Put your
porque
good
creo que
friends on it.
por ahí
See the
estábamos.
wonders it can do.
Put the
En
dolls
general de
on?
misión me refiero. No que este video va de 4 horas. Colocar las muñecas.
Rotating.
Ah, mira.
And I can hear something.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful music. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite.
I don't remember.
It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will help jog your memories. Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephili, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden blood spills unto the land, converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world.
What's going on?
Oh, Yanis, please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living dead, but ghosts. What is this world? It mirrors your maze-like fate. What is this world? A silent lament without a trace. What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude.
Mira, nada se convierte en un juego así de suspenso el Starlight, ¿no?
Subdued.
Los tétricas está ahí más bueno, ¿eh?
Lonely
Sí.
and subdued. And subdued. And subdued. 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 Subdued.
Trinnon! Mama, what's going on?
Hurry. Run. Trivios, run. The black tide has arrived.
Where can I go?
Yo no, muñeco. Ahora era nada, ¿no?
What's this? Why? Why are there dolls everywhere?
This is the sacrifice of a holy maiden. You won't make it to the end. Only one person can.
I know.
Bid your farewells, Tribbies. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. I will never leave you. But remember this, Tribbios. All shall bid farewell to one. And
Oh,
that
claro,
person
todo
alone
esto, no
will
sé.
witness the miracle.
A lo largo de
Since
todo
your
este
mind
tiempo
is
que
made up,
juego juegos de Showgirls,
then
con
traverse
cosas
the
así
black
raras,
eye
tétricas, así medio como de suspenso, me da la sensación de que si Showgirls quisiera sacar un tipo un juego así de miedo, de cosas así raras, creo que lo puedo hacer perfectamente.
I shall see you tomorrow, my dearest Tribbios.
Por ejemplo, si este fuera un juego como así de terror, tipo que la muñeca como que se acerca así como en un cosa así, no sé, ¿saben? Yo lo veo capaz, Showgirls, cuidado.
Are we
Lo digo en
still in
serio.
a dream?
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe. But it's been a long time since we had any dreams.
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty of time to rest.
No. Our heart is still racing.
It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trinnon. And you as well. If you want, I can pass through his chest with the golden thread right now.
Aggie, cut it out with the scary talk.
I'm just kidding. If I were serious, I wouldn't have waited until now.
Ah,
Do you want to talk about the dream? Keeping it bottled up is not good for your health.
We had a dream about Mama. The dream itself was nothing. It's just the timing that feels a bit unsettling.
You mean...
It's Trianne. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, her soul continues to slowly drift away from her body. There isn't much time left.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live out her days as a carefree child.
You have a point, Aggie, but our decision has already been made on that matter.
I believe there's still another way.
Souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Such is our fate. Once we had a whole and connected body. If that body were a tree, then its trunk and branches would share the same fate, decaying at the same pace. Now we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of a trunk, we are offered another possibility. We can choose how our branches will perish in a way that is most beneficial to the flame chase journey.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade away before me is even more sorrowful.
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. There's no retreat in our path. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us. We have already agreed on this, right?
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
So, what would you like for breakfast, Aggie?
What? Where did that come from?
After all this talking, we are feeling a bit hungry. Plus, do you remember when we first met, Aggie? You were still a little one, and we caught you secretly eating oatmeal late at night.
While my emotions might be fading, those memories are still as vivid as ever, teacher. Please, let me do it. What would you like to eat?
It's fine. Leave it to us. You should rest for now. It won't take long, and we'll call you when it's done.
In that case, thank you.
Then, see you tomorrow,
Vale.
Aggie.
Bueno, llevamos 1 hora acá de este video, por cierto. Sacar la mientras. Pues bueno, por las dudas, ya saben que si pasa algo,
Ominous.
nada,
Memories are
ya conocen,
slipping
ya
away.
se la saben.
Even the image of
Si
Mom.
pasa algo, bueno, vemos cómo vamos. Yo espero que no pase nada, no quiero llamar a la mala suerte.
Must be made into the
Pero
abyss
bueno.
of fate. Hopefully Oryx will be willing to help us.
Ok. ¿Y acá qué? ¿Por acá qué onda?
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
Oh, it's you.
Mira.
No way. Do you really still remember that, Professor?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here? Surely you're not here to reminisce.
You could tell.
Bien, me gusta mucho que haya una gran variedad de hombres, lo digo de verdad. ¿Será una tontería o no? Pero banco que haya cada vez más hombre, boludo. La
That's
verdad.
not true. I'm here to see
No tengo nada en
enlightenment,
contra
as
que haya
always.
ponga muchos personajes femeninos, ponga muchas mujeres, pero qué sé yo.
Could you please teach me
Siento
everything
que
you
cada vez
know
como
of
ese
the
abanico
Black
de
Robe
posibilidades, sobre
Swordmaster?
todo en... Ah, no, nunca así en el Starlight siempre han habido
Rumors sure travel fast.
cosas y cosas, pero qué sé yo.
Unfortunately, I too know
En los
nothing
otros juegos
about
medio
it.
como que sí,
I
generalmente
can only
se va
tell you
como
that it is clad
y
in a
vamos
black
para acá,
robe and wields a great sword.
qué sé yo.
At least, it looks like a great sword. And a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack. It's yours now.
I was right. It is this thing. The one who torched ID's Elysiae to the ground. And killed everyone.
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akama stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that blade. That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any Titan.
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond Emphorius?
It's possible. Much like the Black Tide, no?
Nonetheless, it's an enemy we must overcome.
We? Drop the pipe dream, Finon. No one wants to see you fall by their blade.
His mere presence will endanger the Holy City and the Flame Chase.
You know that I don't believe in...
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request of Aglaea or Tribbie. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect. That's all. The tragedy at the Grove must never happen again.
Take a seat. Since you are sincerely seeking enlightenment, I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
Ok, ¿ahora qué? And now what? Vamos a ver. El abismo del destino. Están todas tristes.
What's wrong, Trian? Nothing. Just remembering what happened at the Grove. Monster in the black cloak. So scary. Everyone in danger. Nightmare. I can't forget. Don't be scared. There are no bad guys here. leave everyone with the Century Gate, Trian? Trian threw it away. Far, far away. It's never coming back. We got back safe from the Grove because of you, Trian. You're the reason the Flame Chase journey can continue. Sorry. Trian feels a bit dizzy. Why are we here again? For the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow we will reveal the prophecies past to everyone. But first, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to present the full truth to everyone without hiding anything. Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan, Onyx, for help. Also, remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the Lucid Hour tomorrow. Oh, yes! Trian remembers now. Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before we meet with the Titan. Saffron? Huh, it's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. You think we shouldn't go to Onyx empty-handed? Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisopolis. If we are to replicate memories, we need to use something that has experienced those days. And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made for her, and she really loved it. I see! It's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone! But it all depends on whether Onyx is willing to help us. This could be a problem. After all, it was us who took the core flame from Yanis, from Onyx's kin. We will have to give it a try. If there's truly no other way... In our current state, we probably can't do anything to them. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Leave it to Trian. Trian knows how to play cute. In any case, let's look for saffron first. I hope there's still some left in the temple, untouched by Nikador's soldiers. I remember that aged saffron is preserved in sealed jars. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
Podría ser que llaman en sueños. Voy a ver.
It's a dead end ahead. Turn back, teacher.
What? Aggie? No. It's an illusion.
A ver, hago.
Wow, this room is huge. Trinnon, did you? Yeah, I saw it. Was that a warning from Onyx? What are you two whispering about? Tribbie? Trinnon? Trian can't even hear our own telecommunication. Well, never mind. Trian suddenly feels like this place is quite familiar. Oh, there's a whiff of safari in this room. It's right over there. Over here. Follow Trian. Trian, slow down.
Bueno, nada, ya hemos estado acá, así que... De Midei.
It appeared again. Right here. I summon thee, Onyx. Stir up ripples of past reverie. Something's appeared. Wait. We should read it first.
Sí, a ver. Lo voy a leer rápido, tranquilos. Lo voy a leer, pero rápido. Vale. Ah. Ok, mira.
This is a letter? It mentions something about
O sea que son
saffron and
muñecas. Una cosa así, realmente.
Isn't that name... Never mind that for now. Why is this letter here? And how did Trinnon sense it? Could it be our lost memories? Is it possible that we were already noticed by Orynyx and entered their trial? But why haven't they said a word? Orynyx has the whims of a child. Perhaps they're toying with us on purpose. Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
Receta secreta de la...
Separation and death aren't reconciliation. Doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Que sí, que sí.
Are these visions also fragments of the past? Tribbie! Trinnon! Look what I found! Is this the safari? Coming! We'll take a look. But Trinnon, there's nothing in here. What? It was right in the stolium. Huh? There's really nothing here. That can't be! I swear I saw it! I swear! Trinnon is telling the truth. It was right there. Where did it go? Trinnon, Tribbie, why aren't you saying anything? Trinnon can't seem to hear you at all. We were just lost in our thoughts. Don't worry, Trinnon. What you saw was likely, Yenna's hair. We must have startled it away. Okay. Could Orynyx be trying to make us falter? But why would they do that? Something feels off. Tribbie, don't you think this temple is a little too quiet? What do you mean? It might just be an illusion. But Trinnon wonders... Is Orynyx really putting us through a trial?
Pues veamos.
Still no luck finding any safari. I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince Orynyx. At least they didn't toss us out straight away.
Feeling lucky.
Por la joda. Bueno, vamos. Ah, vale.
Whoa, Tribbie,
Ah.
look at this. So cool.
Yo ya estuve en estos juegos. Yo ya estuve en estos juegos.
It's really quiet in here. Do all Titans live in dark places like this?
A ver. Veamos.
What's going on? Orynyx disappeared?
What? Mucho antes. A ver.
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the black tide, but is also hunting for core flames everywhere?
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Second, I'm one of its targets. Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. I hypothesize that the blade can sense, absorb, or even retain core flames. The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather, on the Titan Cersei's inside me.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't he be headed to Akama soon? The vortex of Genesis is full of the Titan's core flames.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now. If my presumption holds, that person has 3 targets. The first target is me. The second target is Orynyx, who hasn't yet fallen. And the third is Akama and the Vortex of Genesis, where the core flames are housed.
O sea que ya fue por el segundo objetivo, básicamente.
But I suspect Akama won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain should be able to block out any external perceptions.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored.
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. As for Aquila... Can you fly?
De la nada.
No, I can't. Why are you asking that?
De la absoluta nada.
Can that Swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if he does grow wings?
If they had wings, I wouldn't have
Sí,
needed out of
seguimos en esa.
That's a relief.
Efectivamente.
Since the Flame Reaver has 2 targets.
No sé cuánto faltará igual, fuera de joda. Tipo, no.
With the distances between Akama,
No sé.
the Grove, and these potential
Ahora
targets,
cuando estas misiones duran
I
como
believe we
9
should
horas,
bolster our
¿viste?
defenses and
Así que no. Ah, bueno. Sí, acá. Bueno. ¿Y ahora qué?
Orynyx! Are you in here? No response at all. Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or... Tribbie, we should leave. This temple has other people in it.
Okay. No, para, vamos. Wait.
Listen, footsteps. Fast ones. 3 or 4 people coming this way. Come on, we need to hide. Whoever they are, we can't let them see us. Tribbie, Trinnon, come check this out.
Otra vez esta.
What's this? Trian feels like it's so familiar.
Ah. Otra vez este muchacho. Vean. La banda. Ah.
Tribbie. See you tomorrow.
Se sacrificó. No, bueno. Ok, me aparecen estos ya.
Where
Bueno,
am I?
¿por qué? Todos ahí igual de...
Little Gray? Snowy? And
No, basta, muchacho. Se van al pasto.
wait. Where's Trian?
No.
Is she back?
Pues...
We only saw the two of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Tampoco la llevó muy lejos, mira dónde están. Están en la puerta del este. O sea... Con lo que quedaba de poder se la trajo hasta acá. O sea.
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's him. We were still too late. I fear something bad has happened to Orynyx's core flame.
Then Lady Trianne...
She doesn't have much divine power left. We can barely sense anything.
Tenemos que ir tras el fachero. Y bueno, me avancé porque tan lejos en teoría si sigue ahí no debería estar, qué sé yo.
We must take action now. We should split into two groups. One group will stay in the abyss and meet up with Aglaea's reinforcements, then search for Trianne's whereabouts. The other group will come with me to pursue the black-robed swordmaster and recover the core flame.
Nosotros en cuál vamos.
I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide, so we've made preparations. I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities are fleeting on the battlefield. We should hurry.
Vean.
Lord Finan! Lady Tribbie and Lady Trinnon. I'm glad you're all right.
Did Aglaea's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaea already knows about the situation and sent along a message.
Sí, literal, ¿viste?
Finan, I understand that swordmaster.
O sea, como que es súper anticlimático. Súper anticlimático.
I fear that you won't be the only one who dies in vain.
I understand. Hatred is a hero's deadliest poison.
No sé si Joel ya está bajo de presupuesto, no sé. Yo me ofrezco a darle voz a Dan Heng, no tengo problema, pero qué sé yo.
I have indeed planned to return to the Holy City and discuss the strategy with Aglaea.
Corte por un pack de Cunnington, una cosa así, no sé. Mira, esto mismo, ¿ves? Qué sé yo. O sea, también que Dan Heng no es el personaje principal, también te digo, pero no sé.
Thank you, everyone. Partner, Tribbie, let's go.
Bueno. Ahora sí volvemos a nuestra perspectiva, que medio como que la perspectiva... A veces que sí, como que no la cambian, como que va a ser la perspectiva, que no sé cuánto, bueno.
You should have come to me first, Finan.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy. Akama is currently in grave danger.
I know. It's beyond my imagination that the only two titans humankind can still rely on fell in such quick succession. I've never seen the golden thread pulled this taut, as if it could snap at any moment. Finan, tell us your plan. Time is of the essence.
Vale.
This being is not just hunting titans, but taking the core flames too?
Yes, just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread further.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the core flame, then that means us humans can lure it into a trap. Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Cersei's core flame while we were on our way to the Abyss, so he can make preparations for the battlefield.
Tell me, what makes you think this won't end with us losing another core flame?
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also at our side. He is the key. We need your other companion too.
A la Mem.
Mem? Do you mean...
Salió de la nada, Mem, ¿no?
I see. Finan.
Salió literalmente de la nada.
Is it Castrum Kremnos?
Yes, I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with his companion during the battle with Nikedor, and how they awakened Castrum Kremnos' past. That will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's power to once again open a passage to the past and lure our enemy inside. Then, we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Impressive. Orynyx has fallen, and Yanis's divine power already belongs to Akima. Once we take back the core flame, the Swordmaster will have no means of escape. It's very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength. Can you do it, little one?
Vean. Yeah. Me agradece cómo mete frases tipo Orlando, como una puntualmente una palabra ahí.
Such enthusiasm.
Sí.
I'm glad to see you're confident. By the way, the Council of Elders declared a state of emergency when Tribbie went missing. Kynus and her following have heard tell of the incident at the Grove, and are galvanizing support in secret. I fear she'll make her move before the next assembly of the citizens.
What are they plotting?
That short-sighted politician likely believes the Chrysos heirs have outlived their usefulness, and is making preparations for her next step. That ugly side of humanity is something we'll have to deal with eventually.
Paola, sí, boludo, qué sé yo.
I've sent
Es la gracia del
Castorice
bicho.
ahead to the council with a message. She should be able to keep the situation under control for the time being. Finan, it is my hope that we can come to an understanding on this. We must take down the Flame Reaver in one go, and retrieve the core flame. And in doing so, grant ourselves an advantage against the Council of Elders.
Of course. You may count on me to lead the charge.
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but Akima is currently beset by enemies from within and without. The situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you. That being said, you are the key to our success, and I shall respect any decision you make.
¿Cómo nos aseguramos que el plan funcione? ¿Cómo?
I may not be as masterful as Trinnon when it comes to the Century Gate, but even I can open a nice big gate if I have enough time.
As for whether we can take back the core flame, that will be up to Anaxa's capabilities.
Based on what I know of him, he can do it. I'll be honest, we can't.
Perfecto.
But the Flame Reaver will have to step over my dead body if they wish to do you harm.
Nos damos el hecho al terror en algún momento.
We are grateful to you for your aid, and to the rest of you as well. Now, let us be off to begin the hunt. May carefully sharpen our gaze and grant us victory over the enemy.
Creo que falta alguien.
You mean Midei? He's dealing with a different problem. Don't worry, that man would never miss out on this fight.
Ok, bueno. Entonces, ¿qué nos teletransportamos acá de una y ya? ¿O qué es lo que? O bueno, vamos a la vista de Midei, no sé.
Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
You and I, we are both the same. We feast on strife and fear.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, Then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos.
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination is... turns out to be Castrum Kremnos.
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just the opposite. I'm here to tell you... you can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle either.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonus. That's the name of the legendary mountain dweller, right?
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways. Cartonus told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion. They spent their days quarrying and gathering, living a simple and peaceful life away from strife. But Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain. They're safe, but humdrum culture was like fetters around him.
He sounds a lot like you.
Yes, that is why he too faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, he spied a battalion of Ladonians stationed at the foot of the mountain. The Ladonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, who had taught himself the common tongue, approached a soldier, he learned a shocking piece of news. Ladonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe. Geocles quickly returned to his village to bring the news to his people. But...
let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
That's right. The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home. Despite the imminent war, the elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving the mountains. This made Geocles both angry and sad. But he didn't give up. If you were in his shoes, what would you have done?
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure. I can't think of a solution that would make everyone happy.
A solution that would make everyone happy, huh? That's how naive we are. Well, he took the mountain dweller's store of gemstones and traded them with the Ladonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, he set ablaze the forest surrounding the settlement, forcing his people to flee the mountain. That great fire marks the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization, and giants became a common sight in the holy city.
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune.
They were hunted by Kremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, that is undeniably also part of their history. But that is Geocles for you. The merits of his actions, or lack thereof, have been scrutinized by many, but historians nevertheless hail him as the Mountain Breaker. It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him, nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone happy. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes, and then forced everyone to march toward the coming of a new era.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
I'll be leaving Akama soon to fight the great darkness of this world, to shoulder Nikador's destiny. So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, that I stand opposed to the flame chase, remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot. And the only...
You have my word.
Bueno, vale.
Go now. The battlefield calls. Send that flame-thieving hyena to their death. But if you find yourselves with no other recourse, pray to that blade in the sky. And loudly call out the name of the new god.
Ok. Bueno. Bueno, me imagino que ahora vamos a hacer la pelea esta. No sé si poner el equipo este o qué, boludo.
That's the sound of an all-out war.
Bueno,
Not
casi
the
este.
kind of ruckus Professor Anaxa can raise on his own. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead.
A ver, me parece que si el bicho este es el mismo de antes. No me dejan cambiar el equipo. O sea, sí me dejan cambiar el equipo, pero no me dejan poner el... Bueno, no sé. Vamos a ir así. No tengo esto. Por ejemplo, creo que era... Dirige la batalla.
No way. A Kremnoan? I didn't think she'd manage to send the Kremnoans to assist. Brave warrior, what's the situation on the front line?
Pará, pero ahora va a ser el mega combate así raro, boludo. Si es el mismo bicho y si tiene las mismas cosas, creo que tenía el...
What? Didn't Aglaea tell you?
Al hielo, ¿no? Si mal no recuerdo, me parece que tenía debilidad al hielo. Creo. Me parece. Me atrevería a decir.
That vile usurper. I spit on her name. Our king will be back soon. He'll be able to deal with you and that black road.
The Kremnoans really are just like their king. Rest in peace. May your glory last forever. Did they come to fight on their own accord? Or...
I can still fight. I must become king. Nikador is with us.
No veo uno de estos bichos.
That sound, it pierces my
Me
ear.
bugué. Ah, era un pedazo de piedra que hay. A ver. Y acá por las dudas no quiero... Sí, ok. Preparación del combate. No me dio nada mejor. Bueno, a ver, vamos.
Once we take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must evacuate immediately. Don't stay behind. The rest will be up to how well we work together.
But remember what Mighty said before? Cast aside all distractions once you're on the battlefield. Let's go, partner.
Today, destiny shall stand with us.
Bueno, vamos. Está luchando esta, ¿verdad? Aparece man.
In the memories of the dead. Executioner.
Bueno, a pelear. A ver qué onda. Yo creo que el equipo está bien. Debería estar mejor que antes. Debería.
Any later, and I fear the Titan would have sacrificed me.
Harmony and unison.
Frail child of humanity, 'tis more effort keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the
Y
world.
acá vamos por el escudo en general,
I don't have time for games.
Ok, tenemos ulti por acá.
Expand your thinking.
Tuki,
Honored to meet me.
tuki.
Time to twirl.
Perfecto.
The dice have been
Y vamos con ulti también acá.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
Perfecto.
Watch your head.
Ah, podemos usar el equipo de coso también.
Take them out.
Curiosity. Endless.
What a
Tuki.
spirited display deliverer.
You know who I am. This big diamond. It's all yours.
No sé con quién habría tenido que ultrar antes, la verdad.
Never seen perfection before. Open sesame.
Tuki.
Watch your crow.
Pimba. Bueno, no pegué nada. A ver. Sinceramente, ¿no?
Watch your head.
Vamos a ver, acá está, llega la ulti esta muchacha. Sí. Voy a tener un básico, me parece. Sí.
Time to twirl.
No, no.
Resonate all together.
Cuidado.
Honored to meet me.
Vamos a voltear acá de vuelta.
Stars echo.
Bueno, esto no me lo dejan simular, esto tengo que pelear, ¿sí o sí? A por el este.
Time to twirl. I don't have time for games.
Voy a pegar.
Hedge your bets.
La voy a jugar muy cagona acá con los escudos y todo esto, ya se los digo de antemano.
Watch your head.
Yo creo que es esto primero, después la
Who
acá.
I am. This big diamond. It's all yours. Curiosity.
Chao.
Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely.
Sí. Ah, no llegó, no llega la esta.
Or maybe I'll take it all in.
Harmony and unison.
Watch your head.
Pega igual el gil esta, ¿no?
Never seen perfection before.
Ok.
May song bring us victory.
This one is a fall.
Stars echo.
Hmm.
No more time. Do you know who I am? This big diamond. It's all yours. Time to twirl. I don't have time for games. Open sesame.
Get ready, Frost. Can't hold out much longer.
No creo que haya sido la mejor ulti del mundo.
Nothing but a void.
Quiet. I know what I'm doing.
De hecho, creo que sinceramente no lo veo. Acá, ¿qué onda? ¿Y esto qué?
How embarrassing. You didn't
El
come down
Midei
from the
es.
sky.
Mira. Todo papeado.
This city is mine anyway. So why shouldn't I go through the front door?
God, ¿no? Bueno, ¿ahora qué?
Minion of the Black Tide. I, King
Ok,
of the
tenemos
Kremno
esto.
and Legion, will be your
Tenemos al Midei papeado básicamente acá, haciendo cosas. Ah. Ok, obviamente no hagamos tonterías por las dudas. Acá, acá y acá sí. Listo. Va a ulti por acá. Y acá sí.
Leads to self-destruction. I am not sending a dynasty to its end.
Ya. Bueno, bien.
That was a good opener to the ceremony. Such petty tricks.
Hedge your bets.
No sé si tendrá que haber puesto escudo, yo creo que sí, ¿no? A mí me parece que quizás sí tendrá que haber puesto escudo ahí, pero bueno. Ah, yo hubiera hecho la de esta. Bueno.
Open sesame. What do you look curiosity? Endless riddles. Nothing but a boy.
Bueno.
Time to twirl. Do you know who I am? This big diamond. It's all yours.
¿Tú qué?
Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
¿Tú qué?
Sure, I'll play along.
Open sesame.
Hedge your bets.
Return to the great dream.
The dice have been kept. Bust. Or maybe I'll take
Bueno, me
it
suele
all.
dar para el escudo esto. Que tampoco va a meter 10 millones de escudos, pero bueno.
It's time to end this.
Tiene 1% de vida, ¿vale? ¿Qué hace? Vale. Bien. Tranqui.
Heroic souls of strife, heed my call. I am the Lance of Fury. The
Gol,
agony
¿no?
this world needs.
Nah, qué locura. Chao. Lo borró del jueguito, definitivamente. Bueno, vean. Está muy papeado, Midei. Está muy papeado.
Witness this. New God has come to Castro Kremnos.
Bien. Espléndido. Oh, muy buenas son las cinemáticas. Bien. Jugaron definitivamente.
Look! The warriors have returned!
But are the rumors true? Has Ornyx fallen?
It's as the Council of Elders said. We face a dangerous threat. Yet the Chrysos heirs are only inciting more chaos.
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremnoan at the end.
What a noisy crowd.
This, doesn't feel right.
It's probably because Ornyx is gone. Ornyx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many inconveniences from the past.
What they don't know is that the Titan didn't do all of that of its own volition. Regardless, the Titan has fallen, and we must surrender Ornyx's core flame.
A meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
Professor Anaxa, why don't you find someplace to rest first? Matters that require Aglaea's attention are piling up.
Okay.
You two meeting again will, forgive my honesty, only distract her.
Che, este igual se la o sea, estuvimos un rato, este se la bancó contra el otro, un buen rato.
Try to stay on your best behavior, if you know what I mean.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. The price of having a Titan living in my head, I suppose. Don't worry, I don't want trouble either.
Ok. ¿El y Aglaea no se llevan bien?
They have differences in ideology.
Mira.
All right, I suppose that's putting it lightly. Don't worry, you'll figure out the intricacies of these relationships sooner or later.
Ok.
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Ornyx's core flame. So I'll be off. I have some personal matters to attend to.
Bueno, se va. Perfecto.
Somehow feels like D has closed himself off even more after he completed his trial.
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few days. You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Tribbie. Did Trinnon bring news?
Yes. She has found Trian.
Vean.
She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple. But that's where the good news ends.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. They also found someone else besides Trian. He was no better than a corpse when Trinnon and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height. All to free Trian's body from the clutches of the black-robed swordmaster.
¿Quién era esa persona?
What a brave soul. Do we know who he is?
Yes, it's Kratoros.
Mira. Mira. Ok, a ver.
Stop!
El viejo es el este de Midei.
If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and blood as it is.
Better to die in battle than return even in glory. As a Kremnoan, I know not the fear of death.
She's lost her divinity. I have no interest in an empty shell. But answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your shield for her?
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield. And I've done this over and over, hundreds and thousands of times. A pathetic killer like you could never understand the weight it bears.
Pity. And crumble like rusted iron.
Good. Supreme glory shall be mine, as I indulge in the libations and incense offered by my descendants. Come, let us fight! For Kremnos! For my king! For Amphorius!
Ok, y bueno. Literalmente habrá durado nada. Nos imaginamos.
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
But Lady Aglaea, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady Trian lost.
Básicamente.
Why does she look like she really turned into a doll? I don't understand.
Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trian has used up her borrowed time from Yanis, that's all. Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow.
If a world like that truly exists, does that mean
O sea, literalmente se convirtió en la muñeca. Básicamente.
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Chrysos heirs is the voice of Kefili before it fell silent. It loves all of its creations dearly, and would never bear to lead us astray with lies. What about the Kremnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last. I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Akama for good... No. Let's hope that never happens.
Ocho verse, de verdad, Acá. Y yo dispuesto a hacer la voz de Ángel. Nada que ver, igual me voz a la de Ángel, pero bueno.
The parting hour is upon
¿Qué
us.
sé yo?
Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils. Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us.
Vale.
You've returned unscathed and brought tidings of triumph. Truly a moment worthy of celebration.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nikador's core flame not so long ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that you and your friend's arrival has melted the glaciers of history.
Nah, cómo no. Sería muy chistoso. No 0% chance, pero bueno. Banco la emoción. O sea, 0% chance, pero bueno.
Alas, now is not the time for a study of
Igual
history.
tiene voz, ¿no? Pero qué sé yo.
I do not see
Corte para
enough
reemplazarla.
people around. Was this under your instructions, Finan?
Básicamente.
Yes, it just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
Okay.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a core flame with him. I do concur with your assessment of efficiency, though. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The more urgent matter is the core flame of Orynyx. The Chrysos heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity, our strategy entailed assuming their divinity only at the very end. But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything into disarray.
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow. But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity.
Finan, Castorice, Midei, and Hyacinth. Tribbie and I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few people. Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity. The elite among the Chrysos heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation
Voy a decir que
without
te dan
first
el,
verifying their potential to bear such power.
te dan el papel.
Yet we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different
Igual
from
no-
sentencing them
había
to the
varios
gallows.
más personajes así que siguen sin voz ahora. Va, o así que recuerda. Tipo. La Jimeco la última vez estaba sin voz todavía. No sé si tendremos ahora como una especie de cosa así medio rara.
Give it a try.
Estaba esperando a que él lo dijera.
Mem special mem mem mem. Mem mem mem. Mem.
Para el colmi... ¿Te imaginas que el colmipil tenga diálogo? Sería una locura. Yo me postulo para la voz de Robin. Si es que Robin sigue sin voz. Ahora mismo no sé. ¿Qué decía? Bueno, a ver, por acá, seriedad. ¿Qué está haciendo Midei?
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary
está vivo.
girl we envisioned. But this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it. You finally decided to embrace your own fate.
Mira.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel, and my blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have merged with it. I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed, you've realized the aspirations of every former king of Kremnos. And now, you can at last bring our people home and reforge the glory of Kremnos.
Unfortunately, I harbor no such desire.
What? What do you mean by that?
Over 2 millennia past, devotees of Nikador's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremnoans have served as the blades wielded by the god of war, following the Titan's path in its conquest. Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed, only to be trampled upon. The city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition. Mere anthills that could be crushed with a single touch in the eyes of the Titan.
You! Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years?
That pride holds little significance, Kratoros. Now that I've assumed the divinity of strife, my next step will be to renounce the title of king.
No. No!
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
Do not do this, Mighty Mos. I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mighty Mos, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorgo, do hereby proclaim the Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
Mira.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
No. I am granting you a new beginning.
What is this?
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship, and I now imbue it with a fresh significance. Take it, and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mighty Mos, now ascended to divinity. You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with indifferent eyes. A cruel fate awaits Amphorius. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, it crumbles to rubble and gravel before formidable foes. Yet, you shall tread the only path out, one that leads to a brand new world at its end.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. It's not the lot of humans who crave the power of gods and spiral into madness for it, but humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
I failed to save that child.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for it. What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded her.
The one who persuaded Aglaea to set me free that night. Was that you, Mighty-Mos?
Imagino que esto ya terminará acá más o menos.
She's not one to easily make a concession. What did you offer her?
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. And I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the Flame Chase journey.
And what is next, Mighty-Mos? Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong. To fulfill my promise. The madness that has plagued Nikador and the darkness that has consumed Amphorius. It's now my turn to fight against it.
Okay.
There are some people to meet with before I leave.
Ok, pero hicimos con Midei acá. Ahora, ¿cuánto? Esto realmente dura 10 horas, no sé. No creo, para mí va a terminar ahora. Mucho más no le quedará. Me atrevería a decir que mucho más no le queda a esto.
You're here, Mighty-Mos. It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided Akuma through yet another trying ordeal. And my gratitude knows no bounds.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one step at a time. You are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the promise you made to me, aren't you?
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership.
Sí, ahora como bueno, muchachos, ya llegamos a las 10 horas de la misión.
It's the magnetic allure in your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly. They strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere alignment with your ideals. That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
I am truly honored to hear that. And now, Mighty-Mos, you have risen as the most powerful demigod in the world. How do you intend to wield this newfound power?
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion, and become the strongest bulwark for Amphorius to defend against the Black Tide. I will secure enough time for the Flame Chase journey, until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle of Genesis.
Mighty-Mos, a new chapter awaits Amphorius. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever. You shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of their life.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers. So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, Mighty-Mos?
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
If I were to be
Como que lo van a
terrified by
traicionar.
drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the Flame Chase journey in the first
Quizás.
place.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate. And may we reunite in the promised new world. Farewell, Mighty.
Okay. Pide de esa mensaje. No sé dónde está cada uno. sea, acá quién está. No, acá estamos nosotros. Y acá están los demás. Vamos a hacer todo por acá. Acá. Bueno, como que. No, o sea, tipo sí, es acá. Uy, qué lío que es esto, ¿no? Acá quién está.
Is Lady Tribbios not here?
Lord Mighty!
No, mira.
Hyacinth. So you are the physician Kratoros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was pulled back from the brink of death.
I can take that as a compliment, right?
I've heard about what happened at the Grove. I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently. To quote Lady Tribbie, we should all focus on tomorrow, shouldn't we?
That's a valid point. You've always been the most optimistic one among us.
Well, I
Among
must
Us.
say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod.
Han mencionado Among Us.
You should prepare yourself as well.
Sus. Basta.
Humanity has
Perdón.
already taken hold of strife, and one day it will also reach the sky.
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, couldn't conquer the core flame of Aquila.
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited to swords and spears.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mighty. Rest assured, if fate has truly selected me, I'll be ready. Right. You are here looking for Lady Tribbie and Lady Trinnon, no? They're not around at the moment. Is there a message you'd like me to pass on to them?
No need. I've already bid farewell to Aglaea. Meeting with the Oracle is simply a matter of courtesy.
You've bid farewell?
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood, I will never again return to Akama.
Oh.
On second thought, there is something that I'd like you to help me convey to them.
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty. I'll make sure to convey every single word.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. With a single message, the Lance of Fury will target anyone who dares oppose Akama.
Vale. Bueno, entonces no está acá.
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty.
Perfecto. ¿Dónde más tenemos que ir? Acá. ¿Cómo llego acá? Muy buena pregunta, no tengo ni idea. A ver. Para allá. Queremos tener la Castorice, ¿no? Bueno, nada. Che, tengo que gastar los... Va, acá. Cuando veo uno de estos lo rompo. Bueno, acá esto. Siento que van más rápido estos. Gasta Castorice.
Lord Mighty.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do, Castorice.
Can you feel Thanatos right now?
I don't feel them at all, regrettably. You have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. But have you ever considered reaching out to me for help?
You mean...
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way back.
I would never do that, Lord Mighty. Death is not a game.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have struggled for millennia. They underestimated the significance of death.
So, are you returning home alone, Lord Mighty?
Returning home, you say? maybe. At this moment, Castrum Kremnos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, Castorice. Go and do what you have to do, so that the trials we have endured may have meaning.
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side, where the warm west wind blows.
Mira.
May we reunite on...
Ok. Y acá tenemos que venir a... acá. Veamos. Bueno, vamos acá. Y ya sí vamos a despedirnos de nosotros mismos, cosa que es medio rara. Porque... sí, no sé. O sea, es claro. Bueno, sé que no somos nosotros, es nuestro personaje. Siempre digo lo mismo, pero bueno.
Without the signet ring, but looking more like a king now.
No longer the king, Grand Craftsman.
Matters not the title. Surpassed all former kings your achievements have.
I will honor your trust and liberate the world from the clutches of fear. Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Finnon, Cartonis. I have a feeling that his fate will weigh heavier than all of ours combined.
Keep Finnon in mind, I will. Return to your home, brave king. Together with everyone, I shall remain here.
La verdad, a Finnon nada, no dijo nada, o sea, no está en la lista de objetivos.
We wait to hear.
Ok, bueno, solo nos queda el despedir a los muchachos del expreso. A ver. Que están acá. Bueno, porque entra acá cualquiera, básicamente. A ver, ¿cómo va?
Outlanders? No. Trailblazers. I will soon make my way to Castrum Kremnos. If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting. I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done for Amphorius.
No sé si esto, siempre me hago la misma pregunta. Esto cuando avance el tiempo y la cosa, no sé si llegará a buen puerto o haya alguien que ya de la voz a Dangen como tal, ¿qué tal? O sea, ¿se le van a poner voz? ¿No? ¿Lo van a dejar así? No sé. Algo conmovedor.
Are you drafting a sentimental farewell speech?
Realmente no hablamos ninguno de nosotros dos, también digo, es muy X de todo, pero bueno.
Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of Amphorius. With this departure, fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you both to watch my back? You have my gratitude. Then, yes. Sure, let's do it.
Vamos a ver. O sea, esto como... así, mira. Ahí va. Hacheros. Los muchachos.
Well, feels peculiar, I suppose. I'm not talking about your photographic skills. It's just that I rarely take photos. But this one, it's pretty good.
Okay.
I wish the same for you during your time in Amphorius.
Imagino que esto termina acá.
I wish the same for you.
Bueno, Finnon, ¿dónde tenemos que ir? Acá, bueno, literalmente en otra parte distinta del mapa. Bueno, vamos a ver acá qué onda. No sé si nos dirán cómo va la cosa de marzo ahora al final. A ver qué onda.
Hold on! Lord Midemos isn't the prince anymore. He's now the guardian of Amphorius.
What's going on?
A ver. Esto por acá.
We salute the guardian of Amphorius.
Mira. Está lleno de gente.
It's been a while, Guardian.
A ver. ¿Qué quiere este?
I should have known you were the mastermind behind this.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. I swear I'm innocent this time. See those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together.
I admit, that took me by surprise.
Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word with me?
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you.
Oh, that's quite an honor, I suppose. We better not leave them waiting too long.
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here is long. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a moment and etch their faces in my memory one last time.
Okay.
I think I see more than just the Kremnoans here.
I'm thinking maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name. How about the god of solidarity or preservation? Dong Hung mentioned that one to me.
A ver.
All right. It's about time for us to part ways. Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might... Why so quiet? I thought divinity would wash away some of your sentiments.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem? Or is this just a facade you wear?
You know what? You sound just like Aglaea at this moment, but you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion might help us preserve some dignity.
I can see through your deception, even without the power of mind reading.
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expressions? Well, with that said, thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy, Midemos.
No need to thank me. This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand that more than me.
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed swordmaster.
Todo esto un poco siendo lo que decía del tiempo. Esto no habrá pasado ni una semana de que comenzamos hasta que llegó a esto, me parece, ¿no? Tipo... Va, si llegamos a una semana me parece como que un montón, quizá. No sé.
Pain may be cured, but scars remain. This should not be effaced.
Digo, dentro del juego, no, o sea, los días dentro del juego.
As soon as that swordmaster is dead, that's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out, and no one can find mental fulfillment through it.
You're right.
Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. And make sure emptiness and bitterness are not the only flavors you know. Remember that there is a whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
Hmm.
I will keep that in mind.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the Kremnoan warriors in my absence. They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akama. It is my sole regret that I cannot stand by them during this time.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan language is really missing that many words.
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary, but if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my library. I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Yes. Same goes for you. Don't die too easily. May triumph always be yours, Maidemos.
Bueno, ese va. Así, tal cual. Bueno.
Oh, right.
Oh no.
One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Well,
Se va. Bien, esto imagino que termina por acá, más o menos. A ver. ¿Tenemos un mientras tanto o qué? ¿Cómo sigue esto? Porque acá no termina. Acá se despide Midei, acá no sé si iremos a lo nuestro. Bueno.
Get up, my son. You showed great courage in today's training.
Yes, Mother. Mother, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it, Maidemos?
Why must we learn to fight?
Es el Midei chiquito, ¿no? Se llama el de la buena madre.
For Kremnoans, mastery of swords and spears is ingrained from birth.
Is that really
the way it is, Mother?
What makes you say so?
Because you don't sound entirely sure.
You're right, Maidemos. I once believed those words, without question. Until your father cast you into the Sea of Souls. It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utterly hollow. I no longer put my faith in any oath or that of your mother, Maidemos. Your guardian.
Bueno.
That dream always ends there. The journey back to Castrum Kremnos is proving to be longer than Kratoros said that shortly after my fall into the sea. My mother challenged my father to a duel. She died through father's treachery, and I never saw her face. Yet each night she would show up, waiting by the flickering firelight. I always anticipated the sequel to that dream. But now, I think I finally come to understand. And now, I too am left with but one role.
Vuelve a casa.
It is time for this journey to reach its end.
Look, Maidemos is back.
No me dejan correr.
Glory belongs to you.
We got
Literal.
fresh pomegranate juice. Want to try some?
We meet again, Your Highness.
Welcome back!
How was your training?
Ooh, say, come and check out what I just wrote.
Maidemos, did you just come back from training?
It's been a while.
I'm gonna beat you at the festival.
Le saca la seriedad al Colmin Verde.
Maidemos.
La verdad que sí. La pose.
Mother.
Mira.
I'm home.
Mira. Bueno. Ok. Tenemos que debemos leer. Ok. ¿Será? Bien. Bueno, ¿y ahora qué? Volvemos a lo nuestro. Ok, volvemos a lo nuestro, volvemos a nuestra perspectiva. Mientras tanto, nosotros qué. Como que no cierra más esto, ¿no? Como que ya es como, bueno, listo, ya está, ya se está por terminar, pero no se termina más.
We smell sunlight and the wind of Akama. This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, Trianne?
Lady Trianne, why did it have to end up like this?
Take it easy, Cass. Departure is a part of life. It's just that ours isn't as tumultuous as it is for ordinary folks. When we started our journey, Yanis had already provided their prophecy. Just like how that Titan divided themselves to create the countless passages in the world. It's only natural for us to follow the same path since we inherited their destiny.
If you don't mind, Tribbie, are you still willing to unveil that past for us? The past regarding the prophecy?
What do you seek to learn, Snowy?
Maidemos has left the city to face his own fate. That is, the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our past to follow the same path as his. So, what I want to know is, as Amphorius' first demigod,
Igual siento que sí, que ya se terminará, pero es que... Porque bueno, ya se está todo dado para que se termine, pero medio como que...
and what
qué
has
sé yo.
sustained you to make it this far without looking back? Despite the fracturing of your body and the numerous departures you have endured.
All right.
Teacher, are you sure about this?
Dee is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go, everyone. Let's go to the abyss of fate and see how it used to be.
Me muero de trabajar.
Then we will leave it to you. Trinnon, would you mind?
Tribbie, are you not coming with us?
I want to stay here with Trianne for a bit longer.
I see. We'll be off then. Take care.
Since you have made your decision, then let's proceed as you wish. See you later, teacher.
Bueno.
Cass, are you not going with them?
No. I'd prefer to remain here to accompany Lady Trianne. She hated being alone.
What's this?
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally. Though fate had other plans.
Oh. So you saw us arguing that day?
Yes. I figured Lady Trianne would like it a lot, so I bought it.
Cass, you know, I recognized it immediately that day. It truly is an authentic piece from Yanisopolis.
Then why?
It's just that Trianne had forgotten far more things than I. For example, She forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate according to the traditions of our homeland.
I'm sorry, Lady Tribbie. Should I...
Bueno, a ver. Perdón por lo que voy a decir, pero ya medio como que...
Apologize, Cass. At
qué
that
sé yo.
time, I simply didn't want her to be trapped by our
Medio
past,
como que...
especially considering how much time had passed since we
Nada.
left home. But now, it might just be the perfect gift for Trianne.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. While you and I have long accepted this absurd fate, they remain fresh and inexperienced. Teacher, don't let the weight of that cruel prophecy crush their spines.
But it would be even more cruel if we allow them to ignorantly fall before the gates of the new world. They will eventually need to know the truth. We just need the right opportunity. This, to me, feels like the right opportunity.
Okay.
So, this is how the Temple of the Three Fates looked back in the day.
At this point, Ianisopolis still resides under Aquila's protection. Yet it is already fated for decline.
Is it because Amphorius has entered Era Bellica?
Yes. Strife remains distant from this part of Amphorius right now. But in 5 years' time, at the same entry hour, this temple will become the source of another war.
Then, where are you at this time?
Right over there.
Why does she look somewhat different?
It's because we don't quite recall how we used to look.
Oh, my apologies.
Please don't. We should be the ones apologizing. Come, everyone. It's time to witness our last conversation with Orynyx.
A ver.
You're here, Orynyx.
This is our memory. So your senses are also aligned with the Tribbios of that moment.
False prophecy, huh? So you still think that way?
But the Black Tide has already arrived, and Yanis remains in slumber. If even the God of Passages, known for guiding mortals, cannot resist this catastrophe, then... Those chosen by fate would never have their family taken from them. And how can I alone remain safe and secure while watching the entire world crumble before my eyes?
This might be our last conversation, Orynyx. I will do everything I can to protect you from the Black Tide.
The family she just mentioned.
It's our mother. She fell from this spot into the valley a long time ago. It was during a grand ceremony held to seek Yanis's guidance. But things took an unexpected turn. It was Kefali who responded instead.
Did something go wrong with the ceremony?
Yes, but those two occurrences were in fact unrelated. Kefal on that frosty night with treachery abound, as the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis met her demise, the world-bearing Titan also fell in another corner of the world. Let's keep up with her. This story... She should be the one to tell it.
Bueno, parece que esto sigue, chavales. ¿Por qué digo? Porque básicamente estamos en un lugar nuevo. Genial. O sea... No sé.
It's the altar of
Bueno, vamos a ver. No sé cuánto durará, pero bueno.
We're heading to the left.
This place used to be passable.
A ver. Literalmente pensé que iba a terminar ya. O sea, que no sé cuánto quedará, también les digo, ¿no? O sea, no sé si tanto, porque ya medio como que las cosas están hechas, pero... qué sé yo.
I never thought there would be such a hidden space in the abyss.
No.
Is this
Porque...
Anaxa's maze that Trinnon used for divination in the past?
Not only that,
decime que no es otro mega puzzle recontra red garonca que vamos a estar como 10 minutos acá haciendo esto o más.
This is the
Por
largest
favor, te
puzzle
lo
I've ever
pido.
laid eyes on. And it even acts as a door lock. Should have expected something like this in the homeland of puzzles, I suppose.
just follow the designated path and let the stone ball fall into the pool twice.
Seems pretty straightforward. Even Mighty might be able to complete it in a single try. That's not talking smack. It's clearly a compliment.
No lo es.
Mighty. If he were still here, we'd probably take a lot fewer detours to solve our issues. Enough with the talking.
A ver.
Let's just get started.
El primer laberinto. El primer. Ah. Bueno, listo. Ok, tranqui. Fácil, fácil. Fácil. Está bueno, está bien, juega. No es difícil, pensé que...
Impressive. You do
Pensé que iba a hacerle
have
esta, no, menos
priests
mal.
now.
Es fácil, es fácil. Está bueno, de hecho, me gustó que sea así. Está gracioso.
Getting that stone ball to the endpoint looks pretty tough. My hands are shaking just from looking at it.
Y son varios de estos. Ah. No. Ahí va. Listo. Bien. Perfecto. Está bueno, me gusta el puzzle este. Tranqui. Ok, se abre eso.
The secret door is open.
Go inside, and you'll see the place where we grew up.
Gente por acá igual, ¿no? Sabía que iba a haber un cofre. No sé por qué, pero me lo esperaba que iba a haber un cofre. Lo esperaba al 100%. Era por mera curiosidad. Vi que continuó y dije, chaga, no... No lo voy a agarrar ahora, pero...
You grew up in a place like this.
El típico cofre, ¿viste? Hay cofres muy típicos como en general, tipo de cuando sigue la escalera y no termina, o abajo de una cascada, o... qué sé yo. O atrás de la concha esta de obras, o de un lugar específico, ¿vieron? Ah, mirá. Es la cosa de la ulti.
Even so, I still find it hard to imagine.
20 years can go by in no time.
Trinnon, for most people, 20 years is a long period of time.
Sí.
Right. Becoming a demigod sure changes how one lives through time. It's hard to believe it's been so
Definitivamente.
long. Your power is exceptional, little Grey.
Vale.
Let's explore the room a bit.
Hay uno de estos. Ah, mira, acá también hay de estos. Bueno, a ver acá qué hay.
There's so many boxes here.
These should be our belongings.
Ah, mira.
What's this?
A red glass fragment?
We were still very young the first time we saw it. Mother came back with a beautiful glass piece, but her face was streaked with tears. It looked so sparkly that we couldn't
Es el
resist
de la mala
playing
suerte
with
entera,
it,
¿no?
but we ended up breaking it by accident. Mother didn't get angry.
Yo de tener alguno en algún lado, o sea, no puede ser. Ellos, no sé. Ahora cuando vamos a las tiradas van a ver que es un desgraciado, así que. Nada, pero bueno.
If someone gloriously died
¿Qué
for
sé yo?
destiny, the Holy Maiden must pick a piece of glass from the volcano's quarry and polish it. On the day Mother returned with the glass, her friend lost his life on the battlefield. Later, on the eve of the ritual, Mother also gave us a beautiful piece of glass. Let's move on to the bedroom.
Ya, ¿cómo? Ah. Vale. Ah, mira.
Just as expected. It's time to get going after all. Mama, are you going to that ritual tomorrow?
That's right, my sweet girl. What's the matter?
I wish I could go too. I have something to ask Yanis.
Oh. What do you want to ask?
I want to know how to chase the black tide away.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, it's a secret ritual. And if you want me to consult the Titan on your behalf, you'll have to promise me something.
What is it?
Be a good girl and go to sleep now. And whatever you dream of, don't be afraid. Just sleep through the night until morning comes. Until the next time Aquila opens their eyes. Can you do that for me, sweetie?
That's it? Of course I can! Trivios is the most amazing Holy Maiden of Yanis! Well, little Holy Maiden. But why, Mama?
Because this ritual might take a long time.
How long?
Tomorrow, my sweet child. I'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next tomorrow. If not, the tomorrow after that.
Ajá.
But if I still haven't returned for a very long time, that means the ritual has succeeded. It means I found a way to chase away the black tide and reach the new world on the other side. But for various reasons, I can't return to bring my sweet girl with me. But I'll be waiting for you there. As long as you stay brave and kind, we'll meet again in that new world. It's the end of the west wind, the black tide's other shore. A radiant sea of flowers, blessed and protected by the gods. In the rosy horizon, you'll see a silver-white shoal. It marks the end of your voyage. A haven, free from storms, cold, and heavy rains.
Wow, that sounds just like the island from my dream. Oh, I know. I'll turn the moon into a ship and the stars into sails to go find Mama.
Pinky promise. As long as you sail toward tomorrow, as long as the sun will rise for the next day, our wishes will come true together.
If the final murmurs of the Titan are true, if such a place really exists on the shore beyond the black tide at the end of Genesis, then our promise still stands. Please, Wait for me, Mother.
¿Qué hacemos? ¿La seguimos?
After those 10 years of darkness, when Aquila opened their eyes for the last time, we finally set off.
Where did she go?
Acá hay un cofre. O sea, esta era la zona de antes.
Now,
Básicamente.
we'll go through this shelf.
But how? With Yanis's power?
Indeed, we hadn't acquired their power back then.
So, this obstacle, it was simply a mirage?
Yes, the answer is right on the shelf. Go ahead and give it a try.
It's a secret passage.
It was a secret passage prepared by the Holy Maiden's supporters for Mother and me as a precaution. And now, it is turned into our passage to escape, just as anticipated.
Saliste de la zona segura. What? Acá también.
The path to the temple was in quite a state.
No.
Someone do it on purpose?
Demonios.
No surprise at all.
No, ¿por qué? ¿Con qué necesidad?
To intercept us, while others were willing
¿Con
to
qué
clear the
necesidad
way
meter
for
un
the
puzzle
Holy
acá?
Maiden.
Che, ¿cuánto va a seguir esto? Fuera de bromas.
Can't move it. Can't climb over it. Time Titan?
Ah.
You?
O sea, no es que tengo que llegar yo, tiene que llegar ella.
Just like this. Regardless of our actions, the
Imagino,
past
¿no?
will remain unchanged. It was someone else who helped Tribbios in the actual events of history. We don't remember the details. As for why memory recreated the past to be like this, it must be because it's closer to the answer within our heart.
The passage is now cleared.
No sé dónde está. O sea, yo imagino que no es que tengo que llegar yo, decía que tengo que ver la zona de esta muchacha. No sé por dónde se quedó igual. A ver. No sé si lo tengo que usar esto ahora mismo. Yo diría que no. Yo diría que tengo que volver, pasar para acá. A ver, ahora nos fijamos esto. Tengo que pasar para acá porque si paso para allá ya se cierra todo esto. Así que no creo que sea la idea de ir para allá. Ok, estamos por acá, venimos acá. Y esta que se quedó acá. Y tengo que ver acá.
Thank you, nameless god.
Bien. No va a pasar acá. Muy bien. Ok. Menos mal. Menos mal. Ahora es cuando veo todo era gigante, el doble de grande con más cosas. Menos mal. Gracias, juego. Gracias. Ok, ¿acá qué?
Whoa! It looked truly magnificent back then.
Relax. Take it easy.
All these people, they're just civilians, not enemies, correct?
Mostly, but it might not be the case later on.
Hey, little ones. How did you sneak in here?
Shh! Please keep it down. We had to be really sneaky to get in here.
Okay. But what did you sneak in here for?
I heard there's a lovely holy maiden living in the temple, and I want to meet her.
I couldn't stop her, so I had to think of a way to sneak her in.
Oh, really? I was here to meet the Holy Maiden as well, but the guard said she had to go somewhere far away today.
Huh? What a bummer. Mommy even asked me to bring her gift to the Holy Maiden.
It's getting late. We couldn't go home now, okay?
Okay then. We'll come back next time. Thank you.
By the way they are dressed, the siblings look like civilians living outside the temple. Mother mentioned that when she was a holy maiden, she caught a girl sneaking into the temple to steal the tributes. Stealing from the temple was punishable by death. But that poor girl had no family and just wanted something to eat. So Mother took her outside and even gave her some food. Perhaps these two children are the descendants of that girl from back then.
Ah, Lady Maiden.
Por cierto, ahora me estoy acordando de algo. Yo dije que era como el personaje más bajito. Y no sé si lo es. Pero me acuerdo que está la Bailu también. Pasa que yo no la tengo. O sea, sí la tengo, pero no la usé nunca la Bailu. Por eso medio como me pareció raro esa perspectiva de ser una cosita así, básicamente. No sé. Al momento ese raro del jugamos con la Tribbie.
It's been a while since I last saw you. I just realized you've grown into such a beauty, just like your mother.
Estoy pensando así personajes. Porque también está la
Have some of my sweet pastries. She used
¿cómo
to
se llama
enjoy
esta? La
them, so maybe you'll like them too.
ah, ¿cómo se llama esta? La de la de los topos.
What's wrong, Lady Maiden?
No me acuerdo ahora.
I'm fine.
Ahí está.
It tastes
Pero bueno, no sé.
really good.
Personaje que generalmente no he usado. Pero digo, así tal
This
cual,
lady
pero
is
bueno.
Mother's old friend. When we were little, we sometimes got to eat the sweet pastries she brought back. We've always remembered the familiar taste, and only now do we learn where it came from.
Apologies, Lady Maiden, but the Yanis vault is under maintenance today.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm talking to Mother.
All right then. May Yanis guide your path.
The Yanis vault?
Es muy raro como que habla así, tipo.
It's where Yanis's heart lies, and the core flame is kept.
Igual también que habían dicho que era como un reflejo de más o menos así al Tum Tum, porque no sabían bien cómo era, como que no se acordaban.
Where Tribbie was born.
Pero imagino que ya será en todo caso una adolescente o una adulta joven, en todo caso, por la forma de hablar. Básicamente. Digo. Porque es como mucho más formal y más seria. A ver. What? No sé algo.
What does that
No, no.
The one
Ay, 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 ay.
Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate. She named us thus to express her gratitude. Looking at how things have unfolded,
Chao.
fate might have had a
No,
role.
no, 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 ole. Vamos a hacerle la... Yo no estaba para esto. Va, ¿me tengo por H de vuelta o no sé? Vamos a tener que combatir acá, ya está, no pasa nada. Da igual lo hacemos al toque, imagino, pero... qué sé yo. Chao. Ah, joder, hay una segunda oleada, viste, y yo más bueno bien. Bueno, listo, nada. Además el hecho de no querer pelear y hacer acá esto así nomás, ¿no? Que en sí lo dura la pelea, pero bueno. A ver, acá tenemos esto. Ok, luego veré qué tal esto, pero... está la cosa es esta y demás.
Finally, the Yanis vault is right ahead.
A ver.
At long last. I knew there was some sanity left in you, Yanis. Just as I thought, you too have been confined. No, Yanis. I've come here to take on your fate. By the blood of the Lamb and the strength of my blade-wielding right hand, I am Tribbios, the listener, the announcer, and the witness of the prophecy. I, the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis, the Walker of the Infinite Paths, have come forth to assume your duty. Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one, with 1,000 selves to accompany me. I'll never be lonely. No matter. My hands are not made for bearing arms. But my feet are destined to embark on a journey for the benefit of all. Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me, so that I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world.
What?
I understand, Yanis.
Mira, sí.
Thank you.
O sea, no era una pibita.
May you rest well.
¿Tiene un cuchillo que tiene acá?
Mother, did you see that? I have assumed my duty and stand ready to set out. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity. And thus, we shall sweep apart Amphorius's pitch-dark fog. May the world follow the myriad paths trodden and reunite at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. Mother, I shall see you tomorrow.
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon and surrender at once!
I knew this would come.
It's opening up! Move aside and get ready! The Holy Maiden? What's happening here? Lady Maiden, where's the thief who stole the core flame? Look at what she's holding, you buffoon! She is the thief! Take your positions and ready your arms! We're taking back the core flame!
Bring it on!
What?
Come forth, loyal guards. At least do it properly. Pierce me in the chest.
What are you scheming?
This is your last chance. If anyone wants to earn a promotion and rise through the ranks, I'm right here. You all know who I am. Go ahead. However,
Okay.
if there's still any loyalty within you, step aside for the Holy Maiden. Otherwise, by the decree of the Holy City's Codex, anyone who dares to harm the Holy Maiden shall
Mira.
face execution!
Captain, what should we do?
Buena pregunta. O sea,
Do it. Kill her.
no sé si para, no sé si matarlo, o sea, a verlo.
Come with me. Take this traitor's
Tipo,
head. Wealth will be ours.
sáquenle el coso y no sé,
Can't just
pero,
stand by and do nothing. Let's move, partner.
a ver. Bueno, acá sí o sí tenemos que pelear, ¿no? Acá sí que tenemos que pelear.
Stars echo. Never hesitate. I won't do. Yeah. Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Now that's better.
Ok.
Fearless knows not fear.
Watch your head.
I won't do.
Bien. Perfecto.
How's that possible? Could the Titan actually be on her side? That woman is the traitor.
Esa mujer peligrosa es.
Let's keep up.
Que acá tenemos que ir arreglando las cosas. Ah, mira, o no.
It's opening up for me.
Ah, la siguen a ella, no me siguen a mí.
Protect me.
Mira cómo corre. Uy, le hice, Qué burlo. Y acá me siguen a mí, imagino, ya ahora. ¡Abrite!
The main path is likely well guarded.
Ay, 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 ay. No te lo puedo creer.
Nice job. Azure Dread.
Pensé que le iban a pegar a ella. La verdad lo digo. Bueno, nada, ahora que pelear acá, sin más. qué sé yo. Ulti acá. Chao, y hasta luego. Cuidado que acá nos van a pegar a nosotros entonces. No, como que sí le intentan pegar a ella, pero... No, sí, abrime, que me pueden abrir. ¿Cómo que saliste de la zona segura? Esa no era una zona segura, huevo. Estamos. Esa no era una zona segura, estaba lleno de bichos. ¿Qué zona segura ni zona segura? No sé ni dónde estoy, acá.
Long last.
No, a ver. Ah.
A creature of the holy city guards, but I'm already so close.
This should be the last fight. We have to help her get through. But I don't get it. This has been puzzling me for a while now. Who has been aiding Tribios in her escape?
La lógica de Amphorius no tiene sentido, básicamente. Esa creo la respuesta más cuerda y lógica a todo.
The whole city is hunting her down. She clearly had no allies.
Sí.
If she pulled it off alone, were we too involved in this process?
Tribios had been on her own since she entered the vault. But what did we truly mean to her? You'll find that answer at the end of this memory.
In that case, let's focus on the mission at hand now.
Acá a pelear, sí o sí hay que pelear. Peleamos. El bicho es nuevo, ¿no? Sí, me suena que sí. No lo había visto antes. Voy.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this! Never hesitate! I won't do. Awesome! Now watch this!
Es prendido.
The fearless knows not fear. I won't do. Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Luz desvanecida, miren un logo incluso. ¿Y acá qué?
Finally, beyond this gate awaits a boundless world. This is where my journey begins. God of passages, can you see me? No response after all. Yanis, may you have a good dream. I can't stay here much longer. It's time to leave.
Well,
vale.
Looks like this is the end of the memory.
Not yet. The question that has been puzzling you. She's
Vale.
about to reveal the answer.
Mira.
But nothing happened. What was making her or you hesitate at this moment? If she had known this flame chase journey would proceed as the Titan foretold, bringing about great suffering and fatalities, including her own, would she still have chosen to walk through the gate and start her journey?
I think the answer is already within you.
¿Cómo?
And you've made your own decision.
¿Eh?
What?
O sea, nosotros somos...
You can hear us.
Not really. She can neither see nor hear us. Yet she knew that one day, someone would return to unveil this dust-covered memory. We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts, motivating us to move forward. Time has modified this memory into a special letter, so that we do not forget our original intent. It's a letter
Soy yo como que tiene un aire a Nilu del Genshin, ¿no?
In this memory,
Así como el color del pelo, el vestido, haga no sé cómo se dice esto, pero unos zapatos, no sé cómo decirlo, acá accesorios y demás. Tiene como un aire los ojos así también.
Yes, you'll remember it all. And then find your way back to the gate where everything began. Here, I will set sail toward the distant horizon.
Ahora se va así.
You have traveled far on your way home. Such is the maxim that unveils Tribios' fate. You shall
Es igual,
shatter into
¿viste?
1,000 fragments
Es igual.
and wither on the soil of foreign land.
O sea, le falta el cosito y bueno, qué sé yo.
If you ever
La
feel
vestimenta
lost,
igual, ¿no? Pero
return to this place.
no
I'll
es
keep
igual.
this memory here for you,
Pero yo en tanto al resto es casi igual.
to embrace it again.
Worry not. The loss is something we've grown used to. Our resolve and our pledge.
O la
are what
skin,
Tribios will
incluso la
never
skin.
forget.
¿O no?
Each one of us has never failed to remember. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain, like my mother and I.
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit, just as my blade-wielding right hand is not a hollow formality.
Más que no. Yo decía más que nada porque capaz por el vestido.
Surmount the
Tratando de buscarle como la
passages of
similitud en todo
years,
caso.
and we will once again
Ride the west wind, and let the wings carry us far away.
So, this is your answer.
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with no regrets. Now, with or without the god's blessing, I run towards the world's agony. If I can truly pierce through the utter darkness,
we will meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
Mira. Ok. Bueno, ahora sí, imagino. Juego, no sé cuánto más meterás, pero... A ver.
Tribbie, do you still think that everything will be fine tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what Trian would say as well.
Se transforma la nave.
Lady Tribbie, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, that's not a lie. See you tomorrow is the greatest prophecy in the world.
Prophecy?
Listen, in every corner of this land, every heartbeat carries a prayer for that prophecy to come true. It may be that only a few heroes will bring tomorrow to the new world, but the prophecy of leading everyone to tomorrow belongs to all in Amphorius.
But not everyone has the chance to see tomorrow. How can such words be called a prophecy?
Because people believe it will come true, and they are trying hard to hold on to that belief. Even as the world teeters on the brink of collapse, Everyone is pressing forward, longing to reach farther and move toward tomorrow. And that is why a holy maiden exists, to lead the world toward tomorrow. And what fate is not about the outcome, but the journey. It's not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but rather the paths that lead beyond the gate, where people tread toward the sea of flowers. So, Cass, if anything is troubling you, just set it aside for tomorrow. There's no difference between demigods and mortals. The troubles we encounter can only be resolved by our future selves. Reflect through the long night. Wait for the dawn as you think. Then set off at daybreak. The hesitant part of us will be left behind in the dark, while the determined side of us will know no fear. Because that's how Tribios has journeyed so far to spread the prophecy. Beckoning the morning sun, and the tomorrow it promises to bring. We will now continue the journey and face our destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity. And thus, we shall sweep apart Amphorius' pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver-white shoal. That end of the journey, that new world and new tomorrow. It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow, Brienne.
See you tomorrow!
¿Y esta qué?
Child of humanity, surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Akama.
That's why it's futile for you to wait here.
Honestly, I didn't expect the renowned Reason Titan to behave like this.
And that's all thanks to you. If your soul weren't as prickly as a hedgehog, I wouldn't have to act this way.
Sí, básicamente. Como que hay como muchos trazos de tipo de que se centran no solo como en el... O sea, que está bueno esto. O sea, es medio como que ya hace un buen rato están jugando con eso. Pero sí. Hay veces que sí medio como que se desvirtúa todo porque como que tenés que aclarar como esto pasó antes o después o hace un tiempo o demás y usan eso como medida como para que cronológicamente, si se puede decir así, haya como un sentido de mientras está pasando esto, pasó esto y después pasa esto acá. Mientras tanto acá, como llega el otro, está pasando esto y como llegaron juntos, es una cosa así. Que no digo que esté mal, está bueno, pero literalmente como que se centran puntos en ciertos personajes como tal. A veces sí es verdad que no te hace la transición como tal, porque ahora en teoría en la última transición era que estamos bajo nuestro coso, pero bueno, estamos acá con este, que no sé qué onda. Pero bueno.
Then rest easy. The answer will soon be revealed, and you'll have to return my body shortly.
Is that true?
Certainly. I initially thought this extremely frail state would hinder me from getting my body back. But I didn't expect the answer to be right within it. That saved me a lot of trouble. I don't even need the black-robed Swordmaster's ceremonial blade.
That's certainly worth celebrating.
Regrettably, I can't carry out the upcoming experiment alone.
The girl who's walking with death, is she fully prepared?
Be patient, Titan. If we're always so guarded, How can death reach us easily?
Unfortunately, on behalf of Okima, I must ask you to slow your pace.
I forgot about you. My apologies.
A child's words are always carefree. I'll just dismiss these words as nonsense from a cheeky child. Come now, conceited performer. It's time to address your relationship with that titan.
What if I refuse?
Provocation will only tip Talantan's scales further toward your demise. There's no need to go to such lengths.
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. If you snuff out the core flame of reason, what else can you use to stand against the council?
Do you two mind if I cut in?
I warned you. Do not interrupt me.
I just have been meaning to ask. Does death really matter to you?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold corpse.
O sea que básicamente nada. Deja que descanse, fueron días muy cansados. No lo sé, no puedo controlar a Mem. Está dentro de esa... ¿Eh? Imagino que se verá el coso, ¿no? Pero... medio raro, lo digo así. Por supuesto, ¿por qué no? O sea, sí, de la nada, ¿no? Ok. Ese es mi episodio favorito. Mira. Mientras tanto. Ok. Sigue así esta muchacha.
So, this long day
Ok, este sí es el final.
Some people
Ahora es cuando
arrive,
tenemos una hora más de vaya uno a saber qué. No, no creo, ¿no? No creo, juego.
we have long
No lo creo, no lo
been
creo.
prepared.
No, para nada.
If we are to chase the flames, then no one back then could foresee death. Its arrival would always be so
What?
sudden,
¿Y esto?
so momentous.
¿Y esto?
Even little Gray, coming from beyond the sky, could not escape the Reaper's two hands. And what people gained and lost in that trial of death was far heavier than life itself. Just like the destiny that the prophecy revealed for Cass. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips. And after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
Vale, y ahora sí es el final. Como tal. Ahí va. Bueno, oh, me encantó, estuvo muy bueno. Bien, sí, claro que sí. Seguiremos hablando. Pues, mira la cosa esta. Okay. Bueno, tenemos esto. Bueno, esto por acá. Bueno, esto lo podemos ir viendo. Básicamente ¿dónde era esto? Acá. Acá tenemos un montón de cosas nuevas que vamos a ir. Que ya añadimos como tal. Pero bueno, al caso que... ¿Qué sé yo? A ver. Ok, escribir historia. Bueno, acá tenemos muchas cosas en general. Pero bueno, acá tenemos 3 más. Acá, Midei, Tribbie. Vamos a ver esto un poquito así rápido. Pues ya hemos visto la primera. Es verdad que acá yo medio como que digo como que interrumpo en general, así que voy a dejar por acá. Vamos a pasar esto más o menos rápido.
Years of drifting made him detest water's waves.
Okay.
A blade that can cut through the mighty must be enough to slay gods.
Vean.
Apart from Kremnos' traditions, what do you have left?
Esto nos lo habrán dado en el momento de la despedida como tal y después cuando hizo la cosa a Kremnos. Vean. Completado, perfecto. Tenemos 2 más. Bueno, acá está esto. Acá no sé si... Ok. Bien, en la historia tenemos más. Pero era una de las de Tribbie, me parece, ¿no? No sé si es la de Tribbie puntual, pero ¿esta cuál es? ¿Esta cuál es? Ah, mira, es el de este muchacho.
This person's name was seldom mentioned by others.
Keep your distance from that blasphemy.
Bueno, esto es lo que conseguimos básicamente haciendo las cosas, acá las historias y demás. Esto es lo que nos fueron dando a lo largo de... Que fuimos completando lo que hicimos en estos videos, básicamente. Tanto este como el anterior. Lo paso así rápido porque bueno, cada uno después lo tendrá acá también y más que nada para leerlo yo y ver qué onda así rápido. Pero bueno, que en general esto ya es lo último. Va, no lo último, o sea, que habrá más de esto, me refiero a que básicamente no... De lo que ya de historia, digamos, es esto lo último. Espíritus afines. No sé. La otra no me convencía ninguna de las respuestas. Ok. Bien, y nos falta la última, que me imagino que sí, es la de... La de la Tribbie ahora sí. Ah. O no. Son estas dos. Vamos a pasarlo así rápido. Para que lo quiera ver acá lo puede pausar y ir viendo qué onda.
We have heard of a
will all...
Se logra la Trian. Parece.
We remember a group of bards.
Though we lack the might of...
We will run towards the world's agony.
Chase the core flames with...
Ok, final del capítulo. Tenemos uno más igualmente. ¿Será? ¿Es el último? Pará, son... ¿Es el último este? O sea, son 5, son más, no sé cuántos, ¿no? Pero... Como que... Parecía como que era el último, ¿no? O sea, como esa sensación. O el anteúltimo al menos. No sé.
All shall bid farewell to one.
Ok. El capítulo. ¿El último o qué? Porque me parece que hay un coso más ahí arriba. No sé. Bueno, acá tenemos también lo de la Aglaea. Y uno más. Vamos a hacerlo rápido, ya les digo. En general esto es como... Que lo hemos conseguido recién ahora en estos momentos tras completar esto. No todo como tal, imagino, sino no lo han ido dando progresivamente como tal. Pero bueno, nos falta uno más de Midei también. No sé a qué vendrá puntualmente, pero bueno. Pero bueno. Que este sí que no es el último. Me parece como que hay una cosa en el centro, que imagino que sí, eso será lo que será lo último. Y a ver acá. El tercero, creo que será. Es la imagen esa, la del comienzo, cuando conocimos a Midei. Hablamos con Trinnon. Así cuando les encallamos en el mundo este. Básicamente. Ok. Vale. No es el último tampoco. O sea, ni siquiera el cuarto. Porque vieron que ya hacer como sus iconitos raros. Ah, no, mira, no es el último, hay uno más. Ok, son 5 de cada uno, parece ser. Y hay algunos que no conocemos. Bueno. Está buena hacerla, ¿eh? No me acuerdo, pero tampoco importa. Literalmente, esa respuesta como tal la puedo dar yo. No es broma. Literal. Ok, bien, y acá nada, vamos a ir por acá, ya me voy a... acá estoy. Bien, bueno, acá, o sea... Bueno, sí, está bien, sé yo. Ok, acá tenemos todo esto que reclamamos. Ya tenemos hasta acá. Y acá tenemos esto por acá. Bien, y con esto ya tenemos más tiradas. Ya les digo que esto, bueno, no tiene mucho misterio, lo hemos conseguido a lo largo de lo que es esta parte de misiones y demás. Ok, tenemos acá esto nuevo. Tenemos una vida infinita nueva. What? No sé. Pero bueno, así por lo pronto, así por lo que ya les digo y por lo que estamos haciendo. Bueno, por acá que ya les digo que esto. El universo simulado no sé si empezarlo ahora, no sé si empezarlo luego en todo caso. Pero bueno, nada. Que en general ya he hecho el universo simulado, así que no sé si vale la pena mucho hacerlo ahora. Pero bueno, lo que sí vamos a estar haciendo tiradas ya incluso posiblemente ahora mismo, no sé. O sea, en un rato que sea, no sé, vamos a estar haciendo tiradas en breves. Pero bueno, poco más que decir, muchachos, por acá lo que ha sido este video, por acá lo que ha sido esta historia. Nos veremos ahora, espero que les haya gustado, espero que les haya servido. Será hasta la siguiente, muchas gracias por todo. Un gustazo y adiós. Chau, chau.